stuck in my car in a Walmart parking lot, and I don't feel like shopping so much, so I just sit and really have nothing to do. It started raining last night, and it's just been going all morning, and I guess it's supposed to go until, I don't know, the afternoon sometimes, so all I can do is sit here and think. Now, I want to head north, but I'm not quite sure, like, which way north to go exactly, because I keep having to look at Williston. I keep having to consider going to Williston for a criminal trial, and so I feel like I have to veer west in a way. I have to veer west, and just kind of maybe angle or something as best I can, because if I veer east, that means I just have to drive even further that far. I guess at the last minute, when it really becomes clear and official that I gotta actually go to Williston, then I don't want to make like a too slow of a drive. Let's see. Hello, David Clark. How are you? My one viewer. It's just it's so challenging to have to consider the direction of Williston, as a part of my travels. You know, ideally, I'd like to just go up to I don't know, Minneapolis, and you know, it's surprising how far south Minneapolis is. I'd like to. I mean, I want to go north of that, but it's just difficult to measure at what point I'll be in where will I be in a month? Okay, it's in March. See, April. It's April, May. Next month I have a pre-trial, which is 2 weeks before June 4th, which is my criminal trial. So, okay, thank you, Michael Casey. It's just the timing of it all. I don't want to move too fast up north. It looks like the weather's decent enough. It looks like it's relatively the same weather up north as it is down in Missouri, the southwest part of Missouri. I don't want to rush. I don't want to rush north, but yeah, I don't know. Like, either I'll have to show up in court 2 weeks before June 4th, or show up in court on June 4th after having a successful demand for another Zoom hearing. It's like I'd like to avoid North Dakota, but it doesn't look all that promising to avoid North Dakota. It really looks like I gotta go back into North Dakota over this. And these people they don't seem to have any sense. It's like they want to, like, if there's an active shooter, they're like, and the threat was like pushed away. They're asking the active shooter to come back, or not. I don't know. Not so much that the active shooter. They're asking for cancer to come back or something. It's like these people love to make their own lives miserable by trying to draw in misery, and they're conducting some kind of campaign using Lawrence Fishburne to draw in like tourists. I don't know, like industry. What do they want to happen in Williston? I mean, they're trying to attract people with the prospects of all this money being pulled out of the ground with the oil. Let's see, Mike Stevens. All of you was a bum who wanted to use free internet. Yeah, it's like the danger is past. but they they continue to want to make things more difficult for themselves and everybody around them over this situation. It's like they don't have any sense. You gotta think about long term, not short term. That's municipal court is in the short term frame of mind when it comes to justice. This has been a highly tainted situation from the start, especially with the retribution. Retribution is very much short-term thinking. See, David Dottie, 3 more months and you got 1 year out of Williston. Yeah, it's with the court trial, it's 1 year is the time limit, so it's like instantly prejudicial at the 1 year mark. But what about close to being the 1 year mark? I mean, there's just certain events and the drawn out nature of it, and then just the seriousness of the issue. I mean, there's more to it than that. Yeah, the George Floyd case, didn't he get choked out after I got arrested? I was thinking about looking up the time that George Floyd got killed. I think it came after I got arrested on July 16th. And he gets more swift justice. I mean, his lawyers were able to file the motion to suppress evidence, and I don't even know the results of their motion to suppress evidence. It doesn't seem like they were successful in any way to suppress any evidence. And then okay, he got killed before May, June. All right, a couple of months before me. All right, so yeah, their justice is pretty swift. Let's see, somebody's from the North Shore of Lake Superior. Man, I'd like to go up there. Lake Superior. There's a city I wanted to visit. I think it's just called Superior, Wisconsin. I wanted to visit that this year, but it's just like I'm heading towards Des Moines. I'm like 200 miles south of Des Moines, heading north, and that's actually branching away, because I could head in the direction of Omaha, Nebraska, or Des Moines, Iowa, and now my Williston situation with Judge Roosted and Prosecutor Olson tying me up with holding me accountable for these dates. And Des Moines is okay. That's okay. So it's not Des Moines, it's Des Moines. All right, kind of like Oregon. You don't say the E in Oregon, and you don't call it a gone. Oregon. So I'm veering. I want to veer towards Des Moines, but it just makes it further to drive back west to go to Williston, and then what? You drive there. Maybe I'll tour the West Coast again. Maybe I'll just continue to head west after that, because the way it looks is I'd drive west to Williston, and then for like a couple hours of a criminal trial, and then drive back east. It's a lot of driving across the states that I'm facing with my criminal trial coming up, and it's incredible. But this is how North Dakota conducts its legal system. They make misdemeanors. They process misdemeanors like they're felonies. Okay. Yeah, Miss Me Bra says that George Floyd was not killed, so maybe you were paying more attention to the court to his criminal trial than I was, because I mean it looks to me like he was killed, but I mean I didn't watch. I haven't been watching very closely. So, see, Mike Stevens says, "Stay out of libraries. You're gonna get life." Okay. Yeah, I recorded another librarian yesterday, giving me a hard time about face masks, because I go into this library and there's signs that say "Thank you for putting on a face mask." So I'm like, okay, you're just thanking me. You're not directing me to put on a face mask, so whatever. So I just walk in and don't put on a face mask and sit down, and after like 10 minutes, the library director comes up to me with a face mask and tells me that I need to put on a face mask. And so I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't see any signs that directed me that I had to. So I asked her, show me the signs. So she starts saying, oh, here's one. Oh, here's one. And they all say, thank you for putting on a face mask. I'm like, that doesn't sound like a directive to me. That just looks like you're just thanking people, like you're grateful that people are putting on face masks, but it doesn't sound like any kind of order to me. And Missouri is a state that doesn't require face masks. Yeah, PM, come. When it's all done, oh, all right. David Doughty says, "Did you get your vaccine yet?" So this lady, she said she wants me. She wishes I would put on a face mask, and at this time, I put the face mask she gave me on, and I told her, well, I don't like it. I don't like wearing face masks. And she asked me, am I gonna wear a face mask? And I said, well, I don't like it. And then I don't know. At some point, I had it all recorded. I asked her, what will you do if I don't wear a face mask? And then she's like, if that's the case, then you're gonna have to leave the library. It's so strange how library directors are so passive aggressive about this face mask issue, and then you put their feet to the fire, and she will kick you out if you don't wear a face mask. But she puts signs up that say thank you for wearing a face mask. Not like other libraries, and I told her this. Not like seem to be kicked. Okay, that was a weird kick. It almost seems like it wasn't Walmart's fault. Seems like it was more YouTube's fault than that one. The way the presentation of that shutoff happened. So yeah, that was a weird shutoff there. So yeah, the librarian, she was like passive aggressive. Thank you for wearing a face mask, but then you tell her, you ask her what are the repercussions for not wearing a face mask. You're gonna have to leave the library. It's just such a strange approach to enforcement. Where other libraries are like, to enter this library, you must have a face mask on. Thank you, Terry Golson, for the $4 donation. I appreciate that. With a cup of coffee and the alien sharing a cup of coffee. So yeah, you refuse, then the library directors, the one in control of the library. I kept the face mask on. I needed to charge a battery. I kind of would like to go to the library today too, just so I could stand. I mean, it's a little wet out, a little rainy, and dealing with this is a little bit of a challenge. These are the difficult periods of traveling for me. Traveling in a car. I see like 3 RVs. These people get to stand up and walk around for their travels. But I mean, I got the advantage of of being able to park wherever I want to. So there's the give and take with the size. Let's see. PM says, Travis, will they give you a mask? Yeah, I have another mask now. Yeah, that's somewhere. So I got another mask. A couple weeks ago, I just found a mask on the grounds, and I picked that up. It looked clean enough, shake it off a little bit, because I didn't have a mask, as I was like walking a mile to a library, and I didn't have a mask, so I just pick one up off the side of the road and take that to the library. That's what it's come down to for the poor people. You just have to pick up a second-hand mask off the side of the road so you can get inside a building. It just doesn't make any sense, but they're so available now. They're still giving them away at stores and stuff, so a lot of people will just throw them on the ground or whatever. I keep mine, even the ones that are not reusable. I'll just keep it, whatever, and put it on whenever people insist. If it's a building I have to get, if it's a building I really want to go inside, like a museum, like I was at this water museum or something. The water building in Excelsior Springs, Missouri, and you need to wear a mask, so just put on a mask. Yeah, Miss Mart Pants, have you seen the videos of the moving fibers in the mask? I know you got me. It's disturbing, because I know a lot of times that I've had to cough while wearing a mask, it was because of the mask directly that caused me to have to cough. Like I just put it on or something, and there was something on the mask, breathing in whatever gunk is on there, and I keep reusing the mask, a mask. Sometimes I switch up bags, so I try to keep a mask in each bag, but I keep reusing this dirty thing. I've had this since about August last year, so it's pretty dirty. But I just keep wearing it. It's causing an itch to my ear. It's so dirty that it's causing an itch on the uppers. I have to scratch a lot, because it's like there's just a nastiness in there. But I'll just keep wearing it. So whenever I gotta go in Walmart or something, just keep putting on my dirty mask. It's for a short period of time anyway, so I just try to deal with it. Just gotta scratch the irritation, scratch it enough it goes away. I make some adjustments. But that mask is a direct result of irritation on my ear. Yeah, but my ears have been irritated anyway. It started a couple of years ago in California. I assumed that it was like the salt air, but it's also the heat and the sweat collecting and the lack of bathing. So the lack of bathing has caused a collection. You got to keep your ears clean on the top, because filth and grime can collect on the top. So there's whatever collects in my bag is maybe attracted to my face mask. It's not about how clean, to me it's not really how clean the face mask is. Anyway, it doesn't make sense to me how clean the face mask is, because the air goes sideways and up and down anyway. You don't really breathe air straight through the mask anyway, so it doesn't matter how clean it is to me so much. The biggest problem is the irritation on my ears. Let's see, life from a bicycle. Yeah, Lol, I've worn a mask for a year and I'm fine. Also got vaccinated as well. Alright. Yeah, that's cool. Howard Clegg, you can catch I-29 in KC takes you up Omaha. I've been to Sioux Falls. Yeah, Des Moines. The thing is, I've been through, like, Sioux Falls, and I don't really feel like looking at that city again. I don't recall being too excited about it. Maybe there's something I missed that would be cool to look at, but I'd rather travel through cities that I haven't been, like Des Moines. I really haven't been through, so I'd like to explore that. But I constantly have to think about Williston and my proximity. They have 500 of my dollars that Judge Roosted is holding on to. Yet Prosecutor Olson won't give up. Those two people are really making life a real difficulty, and they think that they're representing the librarians who are ultimately the primary complainants. And what justice do they expect that to get from the situation? It's really difficult, but I mean, I'm not gonna give in to what their arguments say, which are lies, saying that there's signs in the library. So it's making my life difficult. That's what they do. That's the nature of North Dakota, is to make each other's lives difficult. They're on each other a lot. Let's see, Tim Flanagan, you're not that stupid. Wash it in a bathroom at any store. Yeah, you don't need to really wash the face mask anyway. The air goes to the side and up and down, so it doesn't really matter. It just looks bad. The mask just looks bad, as with the dirt and the filth that's collected in this bag. It's been in this bag in and out. It just looks bad. I mean, there's no great benefit to cleaning this thing except for the ear irritation. But that's for a short period of time, you know. It's just a short period of time. When I'm in stores, I don't wear this thing outside. Like, I see people driving with masks on, so it's that's way too extreme for me. So let's see, Miss Mart Pants, can't I mean? All right, Bill Baggins, where are you right now? I'm in Northwest Missouri, heading towards Des Moines. I think about 200 miles south of Des Moines or Omaha. You know, I'm like at a fork, and it's just like, I look at this fork and I'm like, you know, I'd be getting closer to Williston if I forked to Omaha, but these are cities, I've been through those cities and got a good look at them, and that's not the direction I want to go. I'd rather go through Des Moines. But it's really difficult to have to constantly think about my proximity to Williston as I travel north. I'd like to go north Minnesota and then head east into Wisconsin, but it looks like I'm going north into kind of Minnesota and then straight west back to Williston by June 4th for a criminal trial. Let's see, Mike Stevens, my brother is a Biden mask and COVID freak. I'm an anti-masker Trumper. Okay, yeah, some people take the very extreme stances on the situation. Let's see, trips all over America. Travis, you never being in Minnesota. Yeah, I think if I go into Minnesota, that just means I have to drive further to Williston by June 4th for my criminal trial. I don't know. I guess I'll have to do it. I don't like to have to race to get to the city just for a couple hours criminal trial. But that, I mean, that's what makes the prosecutors happy, is by making their victims' lives difficult. That's what brings out joy for these people, because their lives are miserable. No matter how much money they pull out of the grounds, because they can't make money creatively, and farming is not really a great option for them. They can make the easy money pulling oil out of the ground, but still their lives remain miserable because they're naturally miserable people. If you ever get a chance to, I mean, somebody should record. That's something I should have done. Wow. Is record Mayor Klug walking. He's not a healthy man. They live miserable lives. Let's see, wrist arch. Travis, your respiration can aerosolize any bacteria or virus on the mask. Freely able to travel in your next inhale. Okay, yep, no problem with that. Every breath I take, I'm breathing in thousands and thousands of particles. And it's broken up, various stages of broken up viruses, bacteria, all kinds of organic substances. Every breath we take, we're breathing in organic substances. You can't avoid it. You just can't see it, but your lungs clean that out. So you just got to work with that. No air is completely clean. Mike Stevens, Joe Biden said if you wear 45 masks and don't breathe, you'll be okay. Yep. They don't like, he doesn't like airflow, air coming in and out of people's mouths. There's people who are against that. Let's see, wrist art, exactly, beaver bushcraft. Biggest weirdo to have walked, stumbled to earth. Yeah, Biden definitely stumbles a lot. Miss Mart Pants, Trump, Biden, they are all the same. They all have one agenda, and that the UN NWO agenda. Okay, New World Order. That's a lofty like goal to have for your whatever your ambition. You know, we're only one person individually. We can only do so much. To have world goals is it's pretty big. It's more than we can handle. Trish Williams, germ theory versus terrain theory. Okay. T98, I'm nice and warm in my bed. I'm glad I'm not in Travis's shoes. Well, it's not that cold. I got a blanket. It's a little chilly, but it's not that cold. It's wet. It's leaking in every so often. I got a break in the seal, so when it rains hard and long enough, and this rain really causes some craziness from my dashboard. Let me show that. I'm gonna unplug the. Okay, this goes instantly too. As wet as it is, this I don't know how well can I switch? Let me see. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna turn on the dashboard. I'm gonna uncover this camera. All right. Oh, what? It's actually behaving. Usually I go nuts after I plug it in. Okay, well then I guess I'm mistaken. Okay, here we go. Now we're going nuts. Look at that. I got 3 lights on. The door. My door's open suddenly. Oh no, the airbag is messed up. The oil is off center. So now the lights are on, and now it's beeping. And it'll beep. I don't know. Can you hear that beep? It beep once. I'll give it another beep. But there it was. Okay, I'm gonna unplug it now, so these lights will turn off. All right. So this rain messes up my I don't know what you call it, dashboard. and so I gotta unplug the fuse. And I didn't put the key in the ignition or anything. It just there's a wire being tripped out by the rainwater. In the desert it was no problem, but in the wetter conditions it gets messed up. Let's see. Miss Mart Parts, it is real. Just look at World Economic Forum, the Great Reset. Their plan is huge, and there are a lot of them working on it. Have you noticed the Masonic temples in every city, in every town and city? I've noticed the Masonic temples, and I've also noticed the IOOF, International Order of Oddfellows, and I'm seeing more of the Oddfellows buildings in the Midwest, in Missouri, in the Midwest. I've seen more of the Masons on the more on the west side, now getting towards the center of America. I'm seeing more of the IOOF, and I wonder, like, is the IOOF the International Order of Oddfellows like a branch from the Masons, or are they really competing against each other? I don't know, but I see those buildings. Let's see. Bill Baggins, how many miles on your car? I think 113K. Let's see. Miss Mart Pants, did you know all U.S. presidents are related to one king? You were voting for the selected, not the elected. Yeah, it's pretty amazing how they have the government structure arranged in a way that benefits them the most, and they can continue to practice. I keep forgetting the word. Where a family member brings in another family member into a position, something. I don't know why I keep forgetting that word. Let's see. Wrist art. Your logic is diametrically opposed to your freedom life from a bicycle. What is life from a bicycle saying? All right. David Doty. I'm a charter member. A charter member of, is that? I'm not familiar with what the charter is. Let's see. Life from a bicycle. I'll make you wear one too, wrist. Oh, a face mask? Oh, we got a face mask debate. T98. We got Masonic lodges, even a Knights of Columbus. Is the Elks Club a Masonic lodge? Because, I mean, you got the International Order of Oddfellows, and I don't know how that structure works. They were able to etch into the concrete their logos, so it's got a permanent appearance to it on for historical, like when it was first built, early 1900s. And still something that it looks more historical. A lot of these Masonic lodges and these IOOFs, they look more historical than something that's really going on today. I think they've changed in some ways. I mean, they would, if they were a real big threat, they'd be broken up like the mafia. Wrist arts, you can try life from a bicycle, but I'm pretty sure the proportionate force I'd use to defend myself would counter your perverse efforts. Sounds like a real fight we got here. Howard Clegg, Gray's Lake in Des Moines is a nice public open area. You'd like it there. Gray's Lake. All right. Yeah, I haven't really. I've glanced at Des Moines, and I'm looking for parks to hang out at all day. Like yesterday, I hung out in this Walmart parking lot, but I went on big walks too. But but the day before I was in a park all day, just hanging out, and that's what I look for. But there's some parks that they really attract a lot of people, and no, it's not that big of a deal. But I kind of like to look for parks that are more isolated. Let's see. Bill Baggins, nepotism. Sunflower Sky says nepotism. That's right, the nepotists. And it's just like with Judge Josh Roosted, he's the son of Judge Gerald Roosted. I mean, if that doesn't look like nepotism, and Williston is built on nepotism, the way the Cavandys are giving each other high positions in the government, and I think even Olson's too. There's families that are just promoting each other, and it looks really bad to have to deal with a Roosted dynasty. Also seeing how Williston is structured, it really needs some outside regulation, I think, because it's turning it. This oil city is turning into an oil kingdom. Not too much, and that's how it's like Saudi Arabia and all those oil kingdoms gravitated towards. You have the kings and all that. So they don't, and so it's a lot of family business based on royalty and all that. They seem to be trying to create a royalty system in Williston because oil is really supporting their ambitions. They can't use creativity or much. They don't need a lot of intelligence to be able to pursue their goals. They just pull oil out of the ground, and that helps help them continue on their path to whatever their goals are, which seems to be helping each other, helping their family members, and they want to attract more people. They want to hire Lawrence Fishburne somehow they convinced Lawrence Fishburne to do this television show on Williston called Information Matrix, and they want to attract people from the outside of the city in when they're a tightly controlled like family dynasty. It's really interesting. People need to be warned. Like, you know, there may be all these flashy videos going up about how great Williston is, but people need to be warned about what's really going on there, how bad it is. There's every car they pull over, they got to search, or the cops find a reason. Oh, it looks funny. It doesn't take much to give cops a reason in Williston to search vehicles, and that's unlike any other city. And it's because it's an oil city that the oil is more valuable than the community. It's Beaver Bushcraft. I bet your mask smells like grass tea. Yeah, it smells like my breath for sure. And man, I wish I could. That's another downside of dealing with all this rain. Is I picked some grass yesterday. Got a nice pot. This is a nice tight. Look at that, how tightly packed it is. I might pull some out and put it in another teapot, and then put some of that Johnson or the Timothy grass to mix some spices. I want to mix some spices in with my grass, but I'd boil that. But it's too rainy out. I have to stand out in the rain. Maybe just stand and hold an umbrella while I boil inside here. But I definitely cannot sit in the car as I cook. That causes breathing problems. Let's see, restart. You can't even spell life from a bicycle, and your logic also says a lot about you. Thumbs up. Okay. Man, I seem to be missing the bicycle comments. Miss Smart Parts. It's a giant brotherhood. Yeah, the way Williston is set up, it's a family operation, a big multi-family operation in Williston. That control the oil production, just like Saudi Arabia, and they're trying to bring people from the outside in, like, try to get people in that'll help raise their IQs. because they're struggling. Life from a bicycle. I'll make you wear a mask, Travis. Wow. All right. Life from a bicycle's become very threatening. Maybe he's from Williston. Mike Stevens. Travis, you should auction that mask to the highest bidder ID bid. Yeah, I need to see everybody's ID right now. So if you could show me that, please. Thank you. Alright, life from a bike. Okay. Beaver Bushcraft. I'd bid. Okay. Spidey Sense 2020. Masks save lives, Travis. Oh, right. Yeah, mine's doing something with life. Let's see. Life, let's see. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Wrist art. Quite the opposite life from a bicycle. Perhaps you should revisit the golden rule. Alright, you get him, wrist. Mike Stevens. Okay, poop symbol. Beaver Bushcraft. I'd like to try the mask on and smell it. I don't smell anything. Honestly, my mask is brown because I smeared it. I also smeared it with slippery elm. And I just picked some slippery elm yesterday. I got it in a cereal box. I'm finding more trees in the northwest part of Missouri, so I picked a bunch. You know, I'm not so picky about pulling the outside bark off. All right, because I use it for the gel for my skin. It's a nice lubricant. You know, when it's hot and sunny out and I burn myself, I like to put a little lubricant on my skin with this. So it's not so important. It's not so important that I take this outer bark off. You know, if I was eating this, then I want to pull the outer bark off. But it's not something. I got to get this dry too. I keep it on the dashboard, let the sun hit it, but it's so rainy out. It might spoil. But it doesn't matter if it spoils because I'm not eating it. And then I'll put it in this bottle, and to loosen up the lubricant to separate the lubricant from the bark, you just shake it. All right, put a little water in there, loose, and then with the bark, put a little bark and water, and then let it sit, and then shake it, and it starts to separate the lubricant. Maybe I could show it here too. Let's see. Spidey Sense. Trump's kids probably worked in Williston. If they can get the Matrix, the guy from the Matrix, but we gotta see. I gotta see what TV show is going to be playing in Williston. It's this Lawrence Fishburne is supposed to be premiering towards the end of this month. Doing a spotlight on Williston, called Information Matrix. And if you look at Lawrence Fishburne, he's doing a lot of like TV shows. All right, you see this stuff. This slippery elm seems to ferment, but it's a kind of a nice smell. I kind of like that. Let's see, PM Williston, North Dakota is a family affair, of course. Beaver Bushcraft, don't call him names. Let's see. Trips all over America. Travis, do you believe our names influence who we become in the future? Example, you Travis, travel, and Heinze, you love tomato. I don't see like I think our names influence our names in let's see, our names don't. We influence the perception of the words together. Like, the people really hated German words after World War II. But over time, it became a diluted. But I mean, I think if it was in the 1940s, and with my last name, I think I might have been more difficult. I might have been like perceived as a Nazi just for having the last name of Heinze in the 19 in the night during World War II. I might have been put in a concentration camp. I don't know how my grandparents dealt with it. I bet there was a little I bet there was a little uh, like tension at the time. Our names, you like nobody names their kid Hitler, so there is some influence with the words. Let's see, Miss Smart Pants. Yeah, don't be a snowflake. Put that yellow star on your arm. Do you know the cruise ships are only saving the vaccinated from the Caribbean right now? Okay. Mike Stevens. Travis is gonna find out he's related to the Heinz ketchup fortune one day and become a billionaire. Yeah, that's how money works. T98. Yep, just wait till they fill a different boat with us and sink it. Okay. Wise guy, do you have a contraption where you collect rainwater? Yeah, I did. I do collect rainwater every so often with this bowl. I just put this bowl out and collect a little rainwater. That's when I'm most desperate. Let's see, Mike Stevens. Masks are about compliance and control. Yeah, I bet that librarian yesterday felt pretty good about herself, like being proactive in trying to get me to do something she told me to do. I gave her some difficulty, but that just makes her appreciate her work even more, because maybe her position as a library director at the library is a little unfulfilling, so the librarians are able to get a little more reward out of it by being able to enforce more rules. They got a lot of rules already at the library, and since most people seem to be following them, pushing libraries seem to be still one of the most controlling government buildings around, and that's just the nature of them. But I mean, pushing this face mask issue is just so incredible. Trish Williamson shouldn't use bully tactics for individual health choices. That's very true. Mike Stevens, Travis, go ahead and pull out a red chili pepper. Okay, Howard Clegg, you can park your bike at Juster Park. Yeah, you can ride your bike at Juster Park. Yeah, the thing is, I gotta order something today, and I was gonna have it shipped, a general delivery to I'm thinking Des Moines. I want to order a bicycle chain tensioner, because mine is no good. I don't ride my bicycle. All I do. Oh, all right, that was another kick, but a quick restart. So it's really strange. Let's see. Restart. 2 masks. Bicycle, we need you gone real. Oh, that's. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the bicycle guy. He started out seeming okay, but now he's gotten on to in this different mind frame about and it seems to have gotten brought on by the about the mask controversy. To Kevin Hool, as long as anyone doesn't disrespect Travis, chat away. Alright, CS, so intelligent you can't pick up the phone. T98, that's all you've been doing. Your virtual signaling, your heart outs, so much so your blood run blue. Yeah, there's people who take some real strong stances. Dale Hess, Mike Stevens, not May named Adolf either. Yeah, that's names do influence ideas, especially from events that occur. Let's see. Cerulean 99% survival rate per CDC. Okay, yep, that's, yeah, there's some arguments about the mask stuff. I put on my mask in these Walmarts. I travel so much, I don't know what the local culture's like. So I just put the mask on quick, see how other people are. Some Walmarts, you see practically everybody wear masks, and some other Walmarts, it's maybe half the people wear masks. It's really, the culture is different from city to city. But I have to default just kind of put it on. If I see fewer people wear the mask, I have no problem exposing the nose. Let's see. David Doughty, stop with the director. All right, Stephen Mazur. Yes, wear a mask. Doctors all agree breathing is unimportant for good health. Okay. Let's see. T98. I can't wait till it's over. Okay. All right, so I put slippery elm in this bottle, mix it with water. It don't matter if it's got the gray bark. And you look at it, I could probably just pour it into here. Just it should be this gooey look, unless I'll just run out. Okay, maybe I'm a little low. Oh, there it is. Okay. I got this gooey stuff, and it's really pleasant to work with. See, it may look disgusting, but it's not oil-based. It's water-based, and it dries quick. It smells great, and you put it on this slippery elm. You just look at this. This is what this little bark there, but this stuff dries. It actually dries nice. And I put it on this mask. All right, and it dries nice. It's actually, I think the slippery elm helps clean it. So you put a little slippery elm on the mask. Let's see. And it may have the unattractive appearance, but you just, it'll dry nice, and it's fine. Yeah, slippery elm is edible, so it's perfectly fine. It stains. It causes stains, but I welcome the stains, because when I put it on my face, the stains, I think, offer a sun protection. All right, so this brown stain that the slippery elm offers, is I think it's protecting from the sun. So I like to put it on when it's warmer out. It's a little more cooler today, but it's fine. It dries. See, when it's warm out, it dries faster. And it's really just an amazing feel. But slippery elm is not, I mean, slippery elm like grows in the northern regions, but I don't recall ever seeing it in Idaho. I think it might be in Montana, but it only seems to grow in the mid-America northern regions, probably into Canada. And I'm seeing it in Missouri. I don't recall seeing it in South Missouri. So slippery elm is not a southern tree. It handles the winters really well. So see, it's already dried, and it gives a little shine to the skin. See, Dale Hess, Steve Messer, that's how to stay safe. Spidey sense. Then Russia had Edward Snowden tear down the trust between our government and the American people. Then Snowden defected to Russia. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna cause a big problem, you might want to have an exit strategy before you start the issue. Let's see, Captain Kaboom. Have you ever made tea from a goosegrass or wild violets? Yeah, I haven't. I'm not too familiar with what goosegrass is, but I am seeing the wild violets. There's like 3 different colors. To yesterday, I seen yesterday. There's like 3 different colors of violets. I understand that they are edible, but yeah, I just they're. It's kind of painstaking to have to pick the violets individually. I want stuff that I could just grip. You know, this grass, I can grip like, you know, I can grip ropes and just tug a lot at once. I want a herb that I could pick fast, fill up my teapot fast, and be done with it. Instead of pick individual little flowers that take forever, that are low to the ground. So you gotta get on your knees. You want to find a good area to be able to. It's just I want a lot of reward for my time picking. Grass seems to be the best negotiation position for what I want and for what it offers. Like, it doesn't take too long for some areas. I just grab it by each handful. I could pick a lot, so it's about time. You know, you could, if you got the time, you know, you could pick each individual violet. That would take a long time to fill a teapot full of them flowers. But if you got the time and the patience, you know, by all means. Let's see, Ray O. Let's see, Cerulean says no one has a spine anymore. Yeah, it's a lot of people out there that's like it's a lot of people that are living in fear. Ray O. Williston puts stress on my travel decisions, but I see you talking about masks. What's up? On to something new. Yep, yeah, there's various stresses. And I started out with talking about the stress of Williston, and then I've kind of gravitated because I'm at almost an hour mark. Big Dog, grackles talk to people. Yeah, okay, I agree, grackles talk to people, but I don't think grackles mimic people. Not from what I've observed. Steve Masser, Travis would make a great scout troop leader. Well, I don't think the Boy Scouts would accept my approach to survival. Miss Mart Parts, right, Cerulean. Okay. T98, you can make me wear a mask. They can't make me a dirty pig. I'll still practice proper hygiene when conforming to this mask BS. So yes, Travis is a very nice guy and respectful, so please be nice to him. Sounds like CS should be a mod. Steve Masser, once your mask is touched, it is contaminated. Okay, yep. Every breath you take, you take in thousands and thousands of particles. Mike Steven, that stuff on your face does make you look younger. Yeah, it's like, it does stuff to the wrinkles. If you I think if you squint when you put it on, when you put the slippery elm on your skin, and then let it dry, it'll like stretch out the. It'll be a temporary thing, but it'll stretch out the wrinkles. T98, I'm young enough as it is. David Doty, dirty masks help build immunity. That's why I do it. I mean, it's a combination of experiencing dirt, I guess directly on the mouth from the mask, and having ways to deal with infection. I haven't had a throat infection in a long time, like I used to. Eating from plastic caused some of the most frequent throat infections. Eating out of plastic, but then I switched to copper. I switched to metal, and metal utensils, metal bowls, and throat infections are pretty much non-existent. I don't get throat infections because I don't eat from plastic. Let's see. Steve Mazur, they're just being good Nazis and blindly obeying. So yes, Steve, do your research before you say that. I could tell you medical reasons that's not correct. Okay, Steve Messer, I have. Okay, Trish Williston's got to run. Try not to stress Travis. Find something abandoned to get out of the rain. Yeah, I should try to find a shelter so I can stand. I can walk around in Walmart, but yesterday some like security guy, he's like come up to me and asked me if I needed help, and he didn't have a name tag, and I'm like, well, do you work for Walmart? You know, who are you? And he said something like he doesn't need him, and he had a full mask on too, and I think he thought I was stealing because I wear my bag in the Walmart, but I told him I don't think he works at Walmart, and he's like, "We'll call the manager," and he got a radio, but no manager came. I was in the sports section. My forearm, my elbow still hurts. And I got a rip there, but my elbow still hurts, and it just continues. It's been weeks and weeks with this tennis elbow problem, and I'm not doing a great job of fixing this tennis elbow. This is when I grip and then straighten the arm, it hurts, and I'm not doing a good job of straightening out my tennis elbow issue. And it's a real struggle. Is that cancer? All right. Well, I probably don't need to continue. Miss Smart Parts, you should look up Bill Cooper or William Cooper. He knew what was up before 9/11, and then 9/11 took a lot of our freedoms, and every event since has chopped away at our rights because Americans give up. Okay, Kevin Hool, see ya, Trish. T98, people have died because they were in a hot dog eating contest. Yep, that's true. CS, but you're entitled to your opinion as long as you're respectful. Alright, 1 of 8 billion. Up here in Ontario, we are locked down for a third time. Yep. Non-essential travel is banned. We are lining up for bread. Yeah, the restrictions in Canada are too scary. Stephen Master, a surgeon is professionally fitted for a mask, and they are trained on how to use it. They never touch their mask until the procedure is totally over, and those masks are not for stopping a virus. Yep, that's true. Tim Flanagan, Travis, how's your car? Is it running? Yeah, the car is fine. Stephen Master, wearing surgical masks to stop a virus is stupid. Yeah, it's amazing how far it's been pushed. Steve Master, a bandana does not stop a virus. It's amazing. It's turbo, exactly, Steve, but ignore real science and obey orders. Steve Herrera, how many miles do you drive a week? Yeah, I don't know how many miles. I spent all day yesterday in this Walmart parking lot. Man, I got something in my teeth, huh? I don't know. Big drives sometimes, not so much big drives other times, I'm not sure. Double mutant COVID strain is the new one they're talking about. Oh, yeah, mutant COVID. Yeah, it's like, COVID can only get so powerful. It just, the best it could do is like change its nature, but not really gain, like it's a mutant and it just grows bigger and stronger. It just changes its behavior. That's all I take from it. Sunflower Sky, Travis, have you ever been to any haunted places? Nope, I've been scared of places, but I don't believe that they're haunted. I've been scared of more like wild animals jumping out at me. But for ghosts and stuff, I haven't really gotten that feel. Stephen Master, the tyranny is real. Zepton Kaboom, it would be better to get sick with a virus. If you live to get immunity, vaccines make us weak. Just my opinion. Yeah, the vaccine thing is interesting. If you read about the polio vaccination movement, that seemed to have some nobility to it. But for a flu of like COVID, that's really quite a stretch on what they're doing in the response to it. The polio thing. I mean, it's just they eliminated polio with vaccination, but you can never completely eliminate COVID because there's always going to be different variants. But polio doesn't seem to like be the same type of infection. Let's see, Travis, do you still use magnets? Oh yeah, I still use magnets all the time. I got magnets on my shoulders. I noticed when I changed shirts, which is like once every few weeks, this magnets that I keep on my shoulders was on my last shirt. So I started noticing my shoulders hurting again from all my stick walking, and I was like, wow, I don't have magnets on my shoulders. So I put the magnets back on this new shirt, and the shoulder pain went away. It's like I'm okay with being reliant on the magnets to like take away the shoulder pain from all my stick walking, but I really would like my shoulders to naturally heal and repair itself. I think that this is like a stinging pain I'm getting that I get without the magnets on my shoulder. And I like to think that that's the type of pain that contributes to growth and strength, because my shoulders aren't used to stick walking, and they're trying they're causing pain to maybe to build tissue so that it has a buffer against that pain. But maybe I should test it and take the magnets off for a few days again and see if the pain comes back. But these magnets have been very effective. They roll all over the place because it's on a shirt. So both sides, they roll all over. So it's constantly, and it's in a new spot, different spot all the time, reaching the shoulder. Let's see. Drinking among the dead is disrespectful unless you pour some out. Let's see. Stephen Masser. Yeah, dead people are such Karens. All right. Yeah, I actually, let's see, I was in a city, Kearney, Missouri. That's where they have Jesse James buried. I visited his grave site and recorded it. Somebody left a bullet on his gravestone. Spidey sense. Ronald Reagan and Gorbachev won America over with the Berlin Wall. Then Russia filled America with Russian-made AK-47 assault rifles. Okay. T98. Stevens, no one's dead. Sunflower's Guy, did you ever get your bike fixed? Remember how mad I was when you bought that bike? Yeah! Sunflower, you were kind of mad. I noticed I got that feel in the comments that you weren't happy about the bicycle. I haven't ridden it in a while because I'm mad about the bicycle chain falling off, so I'm gonna order. I need to order chain tensioner today. Have it sent to Des Moines. Des Moines is about 200 miles north of me. That should be enough time for the piece to arrive. I want to give a distance to reach. And I'm gonna do a general delivery. I just need to order this piece. I've decided that what I want to get. I'm gonna get this chain tightener, and that should solve my bicycle problems. Let's see. The T98. The polio vaccine gave us AIDS. Okay, maybe I don't know. Where's the bottom? Okay, it's not too far. Let's see. T98. Pseudoscience with the magnetic healing. Well, okay. You're right, it's magnetic healing is pseudoscience. Stephen Master, Steel Street, this is Nazi America, things work differently here. Let's see, Spidey sense, Russia and Republicans, we're trying to take America down from the inside. Wake up, America. People who say "Wake up, America," I don't. That's quite an approach to swaying public opinion by telling us to wake up. It's quite an interesting approach. Steve Massey, the USA is not some free country. Let's see, Sunflower Sky. By the way, my junior's finger in healing well. Oh, why didn't I ask that? I forgot. He broke his hand. Healing well. All right. In a fight, it was sort of a bully broke his hand. Stephen Master. People are not free to travel. The U.S. government does not recognize any rights or limits on their power. Okay. Yeah. It's not easy to travel. PM. Travis, the truth of consequences. New Mexico Walmart episode. You handle that like a champ. Yeah, that's still the only Walmart I've seen that has the rooftops in their parking lots. Taco seasoning, howdy taco seasoning. Zapton Kaboom, pour some out, dance at your wedding. All right, T98. Oh, so now Stephen is this big libertarian. Stephen Mazur, libertarians want freedom. The point is that the U.S. is not some kind of free country. All right, Steel Street Crew. I am from San Antonio, Texas. I can't even take a Greyhound bus. Don't McAllen, Texas, without Border Patrol asking where I am staying in McAllen and why I am going to McAllen. Yeah, it's like there's a buffer zone on the border now that extends 50 miles north into the U.S. where it's like this the red zone. The border isn't just some fine thread that's strung out between America and Mexico. It's like a 50-mile wide red zone, and where there's tension. You don't get that tension further into America, but it's really sad that there has to be such a huge zone of tension along that border. Let's see, Stephen Mazur. The U.S. government does not recognize any rights or any legal or moral limits on their power. Jerry, hi Travis. For people who say masks don't stop a virus, it's supposed to stop spit and saliva when we talk that can carry virus. Okay, yep. Direct spit and saliva is a real good avenue for infection. That's true. Jeffrey B, did you cut your own hair again? Looks good. Yeah, I've cut back. I'm going less than 1 inch now. I'm doing 7/8. I might even go smaller than that. Just do it from the chin to the top, one length with the razor. Let's see. Sunflower Sky. Did you guys realize how much librarians make? Especially a library director is rolling in the money. Yeah, and they got it so nice with the COVID, closing down their libraries, having the libraries all to themselves. It's really a comfort. The COVID increased librarians' comfort a lot. Still getting paid the same. Then it's like what they get paid is part hazard duty pay. And they just continue to get hazard duty pay because COVID is the hazard instead of dealing with visitors. Stephen Master, un-American is anti-freedom. I want freedom. That's true. Zapton Kaboom, drink grass tea. Wake up. That's right. That's a good statement. Wake up, people. There's grass everywhere. Make better use of it. You don't have to demonize grass, or you don't have to treat grass like it's just something to look at. Grass is actually a good nutritional source. M&M audits. Wish I could do what you're doing, traveling the country one day at a time. Respect, brother. Well, traveling is really related to my proximity to Williston now. It's really frustrating, my traveling, because I constantly have to think about where I'm at in relation to Williston for my June 4th criminal trial. Let's see, Stephen Masser, if you oppose freedom, you are automatically un-American. All right. T98, moral limits. How about the morals of God? They used those. Yep, Sunday is tomorrow. Big dog, that Tasha lady is a looker. Richard the Lionheart, Victorians here in Australia need a permit to cross borders. How many borders are in Australia? There's like, I think maybe 10 states in Australia or something. You'd have to get permission for each state. That's Australia, and Canada is just as bad too. Why they continue to operate like that is just incredible. Stephen Mazur, God is a religious concept, not a moral principle. T98, your definition of freedom is twisted. Let's see, Stephen Mazur, my definition of freedom is correct. Freedom in its political context means being able to do whatever you want as long as you do not infringe on the rights of others. Alright. Septon Kaboom, what happened to the kid who broke your son's wrist? Did he get in trouble, Sunflower? Yeah, I'd like to, I'd be curious. Sunflower Sky, what was that song for the bus stop barber shop again? I can't think of it. The rhythm of that was just something quick to make and quick to forget. Spidey Sense 2020. The Bible was made up by rich kings and queens to control people. Black people are enslaved with the Bible. Were there kings and queens over in Jesus' land? I thought there were emperors during the Roman times. Taco seasoning. It's 100 miles. Stephen Master, this USA is not a free country. The U.S. government is not legitimate government if you believe the purpose of government is the protection of our rights. Yep. It doesn't feel that free, especially the way cities could just disrupt people's lives without fear. They seem to disrupt people's lives without much fear of any oversight, like in Williston. Richard the Lionheart, he who gives up freedom for safety does not deserve liberty in the first place. Let's see, Spidey, am I, oh man, should I be, okay, maybe I'll skip a little. Turbo LS4, lol, both Steven and T98 are right, yet they argue. Stephen Masser, this U.S. government is basically just a terrorist organization. Sunflower Sky, yeah, did you get your 1400? Yeah, I saw the increase in my bank account. So, yep, I got it. T98, she's free enough, sir. More than enough. People like you want to do whatever they wish while telling other what not to do. Okay. Let's see, Richard the Lionheart, 8 states. T98, Stephen equals next Ayatollah. Let's see, Steel Street Crew. Travis, can you show off a new camera or gadgets you recently brought? Nope, I haven't bought anything in a long time for technology that I can think of, at least. Let's see, just yeah, I haven't bought anything anything major in a while. Just been working with what I got. I really like this, the GoPro Hero 8. It just sits over there. I mean, that's what I've been working with the most is the same camera, and it's so nice. I don't see any reason to need an upgrade. Let's see, Richard the Lionheart, Spidey Sense, you are wrong. T98, Steven can't see a limit on freedom because his parents never told him no. So he can't deal with the government telling him what to do. Alright, let's see. Let's see. There's a lot of back and forth. I don't know. The Bible and the government. There's a lot to debate in a macro sense with the Bible and the government. Let's see. So yeah, the traveling is just it's just frustrating. Heading north and trying to like just stay in a good proximity to Williston. I mean, let's see, June 2 weeks before June 4th is what's the date today? It's like April 10th now. So I'm gonna work my way towards the like just north. But 2 weeks before June 4th, okay, is let's see, it's in May, so June 4th, is that, okay, that's, what? Wait a second. What am I looking at here? It says that June 4th is a Sunday? No, June 4th, okay, June, okay. So then, okay, that's a 4th. May 21st is 2 weeks. May 21st is should be the pretrial. Judge Roosted scheduled May 21st, and so that's like over a month away. Well over a month. Where I could travel quite a long distance. I'm trying to slow down my traveling and not rush through places, especially with my proximity to Williston, because yeah, by June, I think I gotta like stop somewhere for a month or two. I think I need to like um I need to slow down my travels and stop traveling so much as I'm heading north, because I can get north too quickly, and I just if I go up north too fast, then I want to cut east for a bit, and that'll go into the Lake Superior. Sunflower Sky. Travis, do you still practice Chinese face reading? Yeah, I still judge people based on their looks. So I think that's very revealing. I wouldn't call it racist because it's not just skin color; it's about the appearances too. So I'm a facist. Come back to the Bay Area. Yeah, I really would like to go back to that one city north of San Francisco where the Frank Lloyd Wright building, that building Frank Lloyd Wright helped design. I recorded it and then lost the footage, and I'd really like to go through that again. There's times where I just want to remember that building. It's so neat. Hang out and just around there, and I was surprised how nice of a spot it was. All right, I think I'm gonna stop this. So thanks for thanks for coming to the live stream. I guess this works out pretty good.